Okay, welcome down to a lovely sunny day down here at Penrith Golf Club. I've got a new iron to review for you today, and this looks an absolute crack. It's the Pxg and it's a new 0211St iron. So the full body forged iron, it looks superb. First impressions, really excited to sort of hit this. So we're going to obviously talk a little bit about the technology involved in this club. We're going to test it, we're going to obviously measure it with TrackMan launch monitor, so we can provide you with some sort of numbers and information on the performance of the club, as well as obviously my personal feedback of the looks and the feel. Okay, so the new 0211 range from Pxg. Recently done the review of the 02211 iron, which is the hollow construction, non-forged iron, a little bit more forgiveness distance sort of golf club, which was very, very nice. This is now a full body, not hollow, full body forged head, and it's a triple forged construction as well. So again, it's really interesting, and it's a very different price point. You know, sometimes we've seen Pxg in the past, this type of forged head, full body, is a premium price, and this isn't. You know, don't get me wrong, it's not cheap, but in comparison to other forged product on the market, it's pretty much in that same price bracket. So £150 per club over here in the UK, which is again very similar to like a Mizuno blade or a Callaway Apex forged iron, those sort of ideas. So first impressions down by the golf ball. It's a great looking shape. It's a beautiful looking club. Great blade length there. Quite squat, but not mega small by all means. A little bit of offset there. Sort of medium slim top line. Lovely sort of toe curvature on that toe section. Just got that white scored out bottom leading edge groove, which just helps a little bit with alignment, but a great looking club down by that golf ball. That's a nice opening shot there. Lovely high towering ball flight, and that felt superb. The feel off that was really good. So 92 club head speed, quite quick for me that actually. 125, just short of 126 ball speed, which is again, you know, probably comparable to that club head speed. So this is a 7-iron, and the loft on here is actually 32 degrees, which typically when you find you go into a more pure blade forged head, you tend to sort of see that lofting around that sort of 34, sometimes even that 35 mark. So there's still an element of a little bit of a stronger loft here at 32 for this type of iron. So we expect to see that ball speed probably in and around that sort of 125, 126 area, again, depending on the strike. Yeah, really, really good sound. So that just get my little left to right shape on that. That was a good strike. Again, ball speed in that good area, launch 18, 5.5 on that spin. So, you know, I'm probably a little bit lower spin with my irons than probably maybe most people. So 5.5, just sort of 5.6, probably a good area for 32 loft. But the sound of that, the feel off the club face is superb. So big talking point here now is this triple forged, or what sometimes they call as 3 times forged, the way it's sort of gone through its process here. So forging it 3 times is basically what Pxg is saying, is really tightening the grain of the metal, which creates a lot more consistency and that beautiful sort of feel. And that's definitely something that just strikes out to me there. The feel of that off the club face it's really up there. It feels fantastic. I think you can only appreciate that when you hit these types of clubs. But you know, there's no hollow construction there. There's not really a lot of technology happening here. Yes, there's some different placements of weight. So again, Pxg is saying this is one of their highest MOI in terms of a forgiveness of a blade iron compared to the other ST model that they did, and I think it was the 0311 range, which was obviously a very premium price point. But just down by that ball, it does look fantastic, and I love the back of that. You know, it's a very clean looking set, you know, just the Pxg logo, just the 0211St 3 times forged, scripting on the hosel there, but apart from that, it's a very clean look, medium, sort of thinnish sole, as you'd expect from this type of iron. Okay, that's a little bit of a test. I mean, that's flown great. I've hit that a little bit off that toe. Just see that on that strike point there. I could feel that. Be interested to see what happens there. So you can see ball speed 122. So we've got a little drop there, but spin hasn't massively dropped from that slight toe strike. Still got a decent distance. So not a huge drop off. Again, sometimes that you might sort of see with that more blade type of club, the drop offs can be a little bit bigger, maybe against like a cavity iron or a club with a higher MOI. But that was, I mean, I could feel that. I got the feedback through the strike. That was a little slight miss hit, but performance wise, it's done well. Yeah, and again, that's a little bit off that toe, but just pulled that fraction up the left hand side there, but that does, love the feel of that, really good. Yeah, that's lovely. Really enjoyed hitting that. I think that sound, I'd be interested, I don't know how this comes across on the camera there, but the sound of that is just so good. Again, 125, so good ball speed. Obviously, we know it's that 32 loft there, but there's no issues of getting that ball flighted. You know, I've got a land angle there, 48 degrees, so I'm confident that I've got some stopping power there. Okay, the spin might not be in that sort of 6,000s, but that doesn't worry me too much because, as I say, the height at 105 feet, descent angle coming in, that's around that sort of 48 degrees. I've got enough confidence that's going to get some stopping power. Okay, so the big thing that PXG are saying here, this is a really good iron for workability. So again, type of golf that probably going into this type of iron would be that sort of single figure golfer, somebody who's striking the ball quite well, and potentially that more skilled golfer who's wanting to maybe shape the golf ball a little bit more, you know, left to right shapes, right to left on the golf course. And obviously the type of sole that we've got here, a little bit thinner for that turf interaction, a little bit less MOI in comparison to a cavity iron. As I said before, it's probably quite a high MOI in relation to other bladed irons on the market, but that slight less MOI is going to help to try and work the ball through the air a little bit more. So I'm just going to try and play a couple of different shapes. I'm going to try and hit left to right and then also right to left. So we'll start off with maybe a little bit of a left to right shape. We'll try and hit a little bit of a fade. So I'm just going to open my body up a little bit more. Just feel like I lead a little bit more with the hips and just hold that face off. Don't want that club face to close down. Yeah, and there's a little baby fade. I'll take that on the golf course all day long. Just started a fraction up that left, just worked its way back. Very little subtle fade. Again, really good sort of ball speed. Good consistency on that number. Sometimes when you play that fade shot, we know we lose a little bit of distance, but I haven't really done that massively there. So let's try and hit that little bit of a right to left shape now. Again, decent strike, just not quite got that turning over there, just left it out there a little bit more. Good start direction, just didn't quite get my club face close to my path. Well, I'll give that one more go. Ooh, that's a little bit skinny. It's actually come out very straight there. Hasn't really got any sort of shape on that, to be honest. A little bit in that heel. Obviously, that's a little bit more me than the sort of club reel in terms of that. I'd say struggle a little bit sometimes with that right to left with the iron nowadays. So availability wise in the ST iron is a 4-iron through to pitching wedge, including a gap wedge, which the gap wedge is coming in at 51 degrees of loft. And they're available with both right and left hand. Okay, so there we go. 0211 ST iron from Pxg, full blade, full body. It's forged, triple forged, and I tell you what, the feel of that is really good. Very impressed with that iron. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. The numbers are pretty solid there. As I say, it's got that 32 degrees of loft, so we see maybe just that slight more ball speed than probably what I'd expect, say, from my personal set, which is like a 34 degree. Obviously, that's just the 2 degree difference of loft, but that's a cracking golf iron there. So, and a really good price point for the quality you're getting now, that full body forged, 3 times forged. I think you've got exceptional value with that particular iron. So post comments below, let me know your thoughts. Is that something that you would want to go out and try? It's a beautiful looking golf club. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. So if you enjoyed the video, do share it around. I appreciate your support as always. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please just consider hitting that subscribe button. Very much appreciate it. Just on the road to trying to hit that 50,000 subscriber mark. So I'd love to get there as soon as possible if we can. Hopefully I'll catch up with you all very soon.